Have you ever pondered about the truth behind the curses of ancient tombs? Today we unravel the chilling secrets of history's most cursed tombs. Welcome, dear listeners, to a journey through time, a voyage into the heart of the enigmatic and the unexplained. Our world is filled with mysteries, many of which lie beneath the surface, literally. Today we delve into the echoing chambers of history's most ominous tombs, each shrouded in tales of curses and misfortune. From the sun-soaked sands of Egypt to the mist-shrouded hills of Scotland, countless tombs stand as silent witnesses to the passage of time. They are the resting places of warriors, emperors, and nobles, their lives etched in stone, their legacies preserved for eternity. But among these tombs, some hold a darker distinction. They are said to be cursed, their quiet halls whispering tales of doom to those who dare to disturb their slumber. What is it that makes these tombs cursed? Is it the wrath of the gods, the vengeance of the spirits, or simply the result of human fear and imagination? Are these curses real, or are they just tales spun by superstitious minds? These are the questions that have puzzled historians, archaeologists, and thrill-seekers alike for centuries. As we explore these tombs and the legends that surround them, we aim to delve deeper into the human psyche and the fascination we have with the unknown. We will wade through the sands of time, cutting through layers of myth and superstition in search of the truth. We will examine the tales of those who have dared to disturb these tombs, their fates forever linked to the whispers of a curse. So buckle up, dear listeners. This journey is not for the faint of heart. It is a journey into the shadows, where fact and fiction blur, and the echoes of the past resonate with tales of doom and destiny. Join us as we step back in time, beginning our journey with one of the most infamous tombs in history. The year is 1922. Howard Carter unveils the untouched tomb of Pharaoh Tutankhamun, unknowingly inviting an ancient curse upon himself and his team. Just imagine a British archaeologist, Howard Carter, and his patron, Lord Carnarvon, standing at the entrance of a tomb that had been sealed for over 3,000 years. The anticipation was palpable. The air was thick with dust and the scent of antiquity. As they peered into the gloom, they were met with a sight that took their breath away. A treasure trove of gold and jewels, artifacts of unimaginable historical value, and the still silent figure of the young pharaoh Tutankhamun himself, preserved for eternity. But as they delved deeper, a sense of unease began to creep in. Inscribed on a clay tablet was a chilling warning: "Death shall come on swift wings to him who disturbs the peace of the king." Unbeknownst to them, they had stepped into a trap set by the ancients, a curse designed to protect the pharaoh's eternal slumber. In the months that followed, a series of strange and unexplainable events unfolded. Lord Carnarvon, the man who funded the expedition, was the first to fall. He succumbed to a mosquito bite which later became infected, leading to his untimely death. Some say at the exact moment of his death, all the lights in Cairo mysteriously went out. Even back in England, his beloved terrier supposedly let out a howl and dropped dead. Following Carnarvon's demise, others connected with the excavation began to meet with unfortunate ends. Carter's secretary was found smothered in his bed. A wealthy visitor to the tomb was shot by his wife. Even a member of the excavation team who never set foot in Egypt died under mysterious circumstances. In total, more than 20 deaths were attributed to the curse of the pharaoh. The media at the time had a field day. Headlines screamed about the mummy's curse, and the public was gripped with a frenzy of fascination and fear. Even the rational-minded could not ignore the eerie coincidence of deaths surrounding those who disturbed Tutankhamun's rest. Yet amidst the panic and paranoia, there were skeptics. They pointed out that Howard Carter, the man who had been the first to enter the tomb, lived to a ripe old age. They suggested that the deaths were merely coincidences, and the curse was nothing more than a figment of overactive imaginations fueled by sensationalized media. But the believers countered with a chilling argument. They said that the curse was not indiscriminate. It was selective, choosing its victims carefully. Those who showed disrespect to the pharaoh, who treated his resting place as a treasure trove, were the ones who faced the wrath of the curse. Carter, who had always shown the utmost respect to the pharaoh, was spared. As we delve into the mystery of Tutankhamun's curse, we are left with more questions than answers. Was it just a series of unfortunate coincidences, or was there a supernatural force at play? Did the ancients possess a knowledge of the afterlife that we have yet to understand? Or was it all a figment of our collective imagination, a story spun by the media to sell papers? Was it merely a coincidence, or was the pharaoh's curse real? As we ponder, let's journey to another part of the world. From the golden sands of Egypt, we now travel to the vast expanses of China, where the first emperor's tomb lies guarded by an unearthly army. In the heart of China, in the Shanxi province, lies the tomb of Emperor Qin Shi Huang, the first emperor of a unified China. This tomb, however, is no ordinary resting place. It is guarded by a legion of soldiers, horses, and chariots, all crafted meticulously from terracotta. This is the Terracotta Army, an extraordinary archaeological find that has intrigued historians and enthusiasts alike from the moment of its discovery. It was an ordinary day in the spring of 1974 when local farmers, digging a well, stumbled upon fragments of a terracotta figure. Little did they know they had unearthed one of the greatest archaeological finds of the 20th century. This was the first glimpse of the Emperor's eternal guardians, an army of over 8,000 life-sized terracotta soldiers ready for battle. But as with many historical discoveries of this magnitude, a chilling narrative began to emerge. Whispers of a curse associated with the Emperor's tomb started to circulate. The farmers who first discovered the terracotta army began to experience a string of misfortunes. Their crops failed. Their homes were demolished by the government to make way for archaeological digs, and they received no compensation for their monumental find. In the years that followed, some even faced financial ruin, their lives upended by the very discovery that brought international attention to their humble village. The curse, however, wasn't limited to these unfortunate farmers. Historians and archaeologists who dared to disturb the Emperor's eternal guardians also reported a series of unexplained incidents. Illnesses, accidents, and even deaths were said to befall those who came too close to the terracotta army, leading many to believe that the curse was very real. The skeptics among us might dismiss these as mere coincidences, but the believers see a pattern, a warning from the past to leave the dead undisturbed. After all, the Emperor's tomb was designed to be his palace in the afterlife, a place where he could rule for all eternity, guarded by his terracotta soldiers. And perhaps the curse is his way of protecting his eternal empire. But what is it about this tomb that makes it so unique? Aside from the impressive terracotta army, the tomb itself is an architectural marvel. It is said to contain a replica of the Emperor's palace, complete with rivers of mercury and a ceiling adorned with heavenly constellations. However, much of the tomb remains unexplored due to concerns about preservation and, of course, the alleged curse. Despite the mystery and fear surrounding the Emperor's tomb, it continues to draw visitors from around the world. They come to marvel at the terracotta army, each soldier unique in its facial features and attire, a silent testament to the craftsmanship of ancient China. And while the curse may be a source of fear for some, for others, it only adds to the allure of the sight. As we delve deeper into the stories of cursed tombs, we find that they are not just about the dead, but also about the living. They reflect our fascination with the unknown, our fear of disturbing that which should be left untouched, and our relentless pursuit of knowledge even in the face of danger. Emperor Qin's eternal army still stands guard, a silent testament to a curse that continues to mystify us. Leaving the east, we journey to the heart of Scotland, where a different kind of curse terrorizes the living. In the shadowy cobblestone lanes of Edinburgh, there exists a place of eerie silence and chilling tales, the Greyfriars Kirkyard. Among the many tombstones that mark the resting places of the departed, one grim structure stands out: the Black Mausoleum, the final resting place of one Sir George Mackenzie. A prominent figure in the 17th century, Mackenzie was a zealous persecutor of the Covenanters, a group of Scottish Presbyterians. His relentless pursuit and harsh treatment of these religious dissenters earned him the moniker Bloody Mackenzie. But it's not Mackenzie's life that sends shivers down your spine. It's the stories of what happened after his death. You see, Mackenzie's spirit, it is said, didn't rest in peace. Instead, he became the infamous Mackenzie poltergeist, a malicious entity believed to haunt the Black Mausoleum and the surrounding graveyard. The tales of the Mackenzie poltergeist are as chilling as they are numerous. Visitors to the Black Mausoleum have reported a range of strange happenings. Some speak of a sudden drop in temperature as they approach the tomb, others of an inexplicable sense of dread that grips them. There are accounts of people feeling a force tugging at their clothes, a sensation of being watched, even physical attacks like scratches, bruises, and burns. One of the most unsettling incidents occurred in 1999 when a homeless man seeking shelter in the mausoleum broke into Mackenzie's coffin. The disturbance, it is believed, stirred the slumbering spirit of Mackenzie, unleashing a wave of paranormal activity that continues to this day. Since then, the Mackenzie poltergeist has been dubbed one of the most well-documented and violent poltergeists in the world. Over the years, hundreds of visitors have reported unexplained injuries and illnesses after their visit to the Black Mausoleum. Some have even claimed to have been knocked unconscious by a force they couldn't see. But what is it about this particular poltergeist that makes it so unnerving? Is it the sheer number of eyewitness reports? Is it the physical harm it seems to inflict? Or is it the fact that, despite all the evidence to the contrary, we still struggle to accept that such a thing could exist? We may never know for sure, but one thing is certain. The tale of the Mackenzie poltergeist is a chilling reminder of our enduring fascination with the unknown, our innate fear of what lies beyond the veil of death. Whether you believe in the supernatural or not, the tale of Mackenzie poltergeist is enough to send a chill down anyone's spine. As we near the end of our journey, let's revisit the chilling moments we've shared. The tale of Tutankhamun, the boy king who ruled over ancient Egypt more than 3,000 years ago, is one that continues to send shivers down our spines. The moment Howard Carter broke the seal of Tutankhamun's tomb, he unleashed a curse that claimed the lives of several members of his team. Was it the wrath of the pharaoh, disturbed from his eternal slumber, or simply a string of unfortunate events? The Terracotta Army too holds a tale of its own. Buried alongside China's first emperor, Qin Shi Huang, this army of clay warriors was intended to guard the emperor in the afterlife. Those who discovered this underground marvel found themselves plagued by a series of misfortunes. Were these the consequences of angering the emperor's eternal guardians, or mere coincidences? Then there's the Mackenzie poltergeist, a chilling tale from the Greyfriars Kirkyard in Edinburgh. Those who dared to enter the tomb of George Mackenzie were met with unexplained injuries and frightening experiences. Is this the curse of the Bloody Mackenzie making its presence felt? Or is it all just a trick of the mind? Such tales of curses have been a part of human folklore for centuries, passed down from generation to generation. They've been the subject of countless books, movies, and now our conversation today. But what's the truth behind these tales? Are they real, or are they just figments of our collective imagination? Scientifically speaking, there's no empirical evidence to prove the existence of curses. No concrete proof that links the misfortunes of Carter's team to Tutankhamun's curse, or the troubles of those who discovered the Terracotta Army to the wrath of the first emperor of China. The injuries and experiences related to the Mackenzie poltergeist, too, lack any solid scientific explanation. But that's the thing about curses. They exist in the realm of the unexplained, feeding off our fears and superstitions. They're as real as we allow them to be. To the rational mind, they might be nothing more than coincidences. But to those who've experienced the unexplained, the terrifying, they're as real as the air we breathe. In the end, whether curses are real or not might not be the point. Perhaps they serve as reminders of our past, of the stories and beliefs that have shaped human history. They're testaments to our fascination with the unknown, our desire to unravel the mysteries of the world around us. In the face of such tales, one cannot help but question, do curses truly exist, or are they figments of our collective fears? Today, we've journeyed through time, exploring tales of mystery, terror, and the inexplicable. We've unlocked ancient crypts, ventured into the shadowy confines of the pharaoh's tomb, and stood vigil with the terracotta army. We felt the chill of the Mackenzie poltergeist, and pondered the line between curses and mere coincidences. Our journey took us to the heart of Egypt, where we delved into the curse of Tutankhamun. This young pharaoh, whose golden mask has become a symbol of ancient Egypt, held secrets that have baffled and fascinated us for over a century. His tomb, undisturbed for millennia, has given us insights into a past world, but also left us with a sense of unease and wonder about the power of ancient curses. From Egypt, we journeyed east to the tombs of China's first emperor, guarded by the terracotta army. This vast, silent host of warriors, each one unique, stands as an eternal testament to a ruler's desire for immortality. Yet it also raises questions about the lengths to which one might go to secure their place in the afterlife. Turning our gaze to the gloomy Greyfriars Kirkyard in Scotland, we encountered the Mackenzie poltergeist, a chilling reminder of our own mortality and the thin line separating the world of the living from the realm of the dead. Through each of these encounters, we've seen how human curiosity is drawn almost irresistibly to the unknown. These mysteries, these tales of the inexplicable, they captivate us, they challenge us, they frighten us, and yet we can't help but delve deeper. As our journey comes to a close, we're left with more questions than answers. But isn't that the beauty of exploration? The thrill of the chase, the joy of discovery, the tantalizing allure of secrets yet to be uncovered. As we part ways, remember, the world is full of mysteries waiting for the brave to uncover. Until next time, stay curious and keep exploring.